Hey everybody, T-Man again, bringing you guys another video. This video will be another NFL video doing my previews and predictions of Week 14 in the NFL. And I'll also probably slightly recap a little bit on Week 13 because I did not do a video for Week 13. But let's talk about Week 14, a lot of football games. Let's talk about tomorrow's game. I'm looking forward to the Thursday night game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. My gosh, this is going to be a great defensive game. I will be very, very surprised now if this game is high scoring, you know. And what makes this game very interesting, especially on Minnesota, is considering how butt-fucked the Minnesota Vikings got by the Seattle Seahawks. Holy shit. Did anybody see that coming? I mean, unless you were a Seahawk fan, but come on, even if you're a Seahawk fan, you have to be kind of surprised. I mean, Seahawks, I mean, they're not the number one scoring offense. I mean, they rely a lot on the defense, and they win games really, really ugly and very, very close. And they're coming off of they're going up against a very strong defense within the Minnesota Vikings. And you would think if Adrian Peterson could just run the ball, kill the clock, and Minnesota could just do what they can do with Teddy Bridgewater. But, you know, I think what happened was, I mean, I didn't watch the game. For those of you who have, you can let me know. I think things just got a little out of hand early. And once when Minnesota's down by 14, 20 points, or however many points, Minnesota's not a team that could come back from. They're not built that way. They're not built to come back from a deficit. Okay, the way their team is built, they're built more for running the ball, killing the clock. They're a run team that depends on the defense. A lot how Seattle Seahawks used to be. You know, the Seahawks has just been having a hard time doing what they've been doing before because of injuries and etc. But anyways, and it should be very, very interesting. The Cardinals, who've only lost 2 games, going in against the Minnesota Vikings, and this game is taking place in Arizona. How do I see this game going? This is very, very interesting. It all depends on how Minnesota's going to come in. Coming off a loss, not to mention a short week. This is a short week. This is a Thursday night game. I say Carson Palmer and the Arizona Cardinals find a way with it. If I have to just predict, and I could be totally wrong, man. Minnesota, man, they creep up on a lot of teams. But I have a feeling that Minnesota, because of the short week, and I think they might be doubting themselves slightly. I think the Arizona Cardinals will come up with the victory in this game. Moving on to the Sunday games, the Buffalo Bills going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, of course, coming off of a win over. The Eagles coming off of a win over the New England Patriots, taking on the 6-6 Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry. Even though the Eagles beat the Patriots, I'm not buying into them guys. I'm not. The whole Chip Kelly offense. Yeah, they got a good win. And from here and there, every game here or there, yeah, a little bit shines through. But I think the Buffalo Bills, Rex Ryan, will find a way to win this game. So I'm going Buffalo. I'm sorry. I mean, congratulations, Eagles, for beating the Patriots, but I'm still not buying into you guys. 49ers going up against the Browns. Starting Johnny Manziel, the Browns announced. The 4-8 Niners taking on the 2-10 Browns. I say Johnny Manziel, man, he has something to prove. He's having so many things under. Real quickly, I'm going to say Cleveland Browns. Moving on from there, flip them in this game. Flip a coin in this game. The Detroit Lions and the St. Louis Rams. They're both 4-8. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Lions in this game. I'm going to say Lions. Saints, Bucks, man, 6-6, man. Now all of a sudden, the Buccaneers look like they could be knocking at the door for a wild card scenario. Very interesting against the 4-8 Saints. The Saints, you never know. It's so funny with the Saints. You never know what Saints you're going to get from week to week. Kind of like the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't know which one's going to come knocking at the door. I'm going to say the Buccaneers. The Tennessee Titans 3-9 taking on the New York Jets. I'll be very surprised if the Jets lose this game. Jets are looking really good at 7-5. I picked the Jets in this one. Another good game here, a divisional game here in the AFC North. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Bengals, 10-2, taking on 7-5. Since it's a divisional game, it's a little harder to predict, but I do say the Bengals find a way to win. I predict the Bengals in this game. The Colts 6-6 taking on the Jags 4-8. I'll go on and say the Colts. 7-5 Chiefs taking on the 3-9 Chargers. In Kansas City, I picked the Chiefs in that one. The Washington Redskins 5-7 against the Chicago Bears 5-7. Who cares, right? But Redskins desperately need the win here to stay on top of the division of the NFC East. Chicago. I'm gonna say Bears, but it's a flip-up, man. If I'm wrong, if Redskins win, I won't really be surprised. I'll say the Bears find a way to win. Oh my God, how about the tanking Atlanta Falcons? The Falcons that have been just tanking in the toilet. My God, came off so strong at the beginning of the year. It's just been tanking. They imploded. They gave up on the season, and they have a hard game with the undefeated 12-0 Panthers at home. Sorry, Panthers 13-0. I think the Panthers have a very good shot of going undefeated this season. We'll see what happens. To Seattle. Oh my God. Those of you who know, I'm not a Seattle Seahawks fan, and I'm not going to hate on your team if you're a Seattle fan. But, boy, they have some easy games in their schedule. I mean, I think they had like 2 hard games in the schedule for the rest of the year, and that was the Minnesota game, which they won handily, man. Good job. And Arizona. And this game that they're playing this Sunday against the Ravens, the 4-8 Ravens. Yeah. Seattle's going to win. Good job, Seattle. And yeah, they're probably going to go to the playoffs in a wild card. They're not going to win the division. Arizona is too high up. Arizona's probably going to get the number 2 seed, in my opinion. My team, the Oakland Raiders, take it on the Denver Broncos. Raiders 5-7 taking on the 10-2 Broncos. A wild card is very highly unlikely for my Raiders now after a heartbreaking loss to the Chiefs, which I felt like the Raiders outplayed the Chiefs in the first half, and the Raiders just imploded and ultimately losing by 14 points against the Chiefs. And I think they're going to give up now. I mean, I see the Broncos winning this game. I think the season's over. I mean, yeah, there's a slight chance the Raiders... No, but they would have to bank on so many other teams losing. I think the Raiders are done for the season. And against this tough game against the Denver Broncos, man. And how about Brock Osweiler getting the start over Peyton again, you know? I think they're playing the hot hand. I think Osweiler's playing a lot better than Peyton was. And I know Peyton might have been injured. But I'm going to go with sadly go with Broncos over the Raiders. I want the Raiders to win. They're my favorite team. But I have to be realistic to you guys. I think the Broncos. The Dallas Cowboys 4-8 taking on the 8-4 Packers. If Tony Romo was involved, I would say the Cowboys would have a shot at this. But no Romo, I say Packers. Okay. Sunday night game, NBC. I like this game. The New England Patriots taking on the Houston Texans. Very interesting. The Texans 6-6, very much still alive in the wild card race. And what's interesting is this is going to be a hard game for Tom Brady and the Patriots. You know, they're coming off of 2 straight losses against a really hungry team within Houston that's really finding themselves and starting to really go for it. But I think this is going to be a hard-fought game, but ultimately I think the Patriots are going to find a way to win. I do. I would like to see Houston win this game. I really would, but I think the Patriots find a way to win. Monday night game's interesting. The two teams that are 5-7. The Giants and the Dolphins. I would go ahead and I would say the Giants bounce back from the loss against the Jets, and the Giants pick up the win. There you go, guys. And those of you fantasy guys, I'm going out there. Last couple weeks left of fantasy, man. Let's get this thing strong. I have so many fantasy teams. I lost count. I think I have like 20 something. I'm a winner in most of them. You know. Here's my ESP. Oh, you can't really see with the glare. A lot of my records are 12-1, 10-3, 11-2, 10-3, 11-2, 10-3, 11-2, 10-3, 11-2, 9-4. My worst one I have on here, one league, is 8-5. That's my worst one. This one, 12-1. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing great in all my fantasy leagues. I mostly like to play on ESPN. I have some NFL ones. I've just stopped playing my Yahoo ones. I hate Yahoo fantasy, especially on the phone. Maybe on the computer or other devices it may be good, but on the Android it sucks. Anyways, that'll conclude this video, and come Monday after the games, I will, not including the Monday night game of course, but I will bring you another video seeing how I did in my previews and predictions. Let me know what you guys think. Thumb up the video please, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you guys for the next video. Take care, guys.